Soil is the foundation of life itself. Everything we eat, everything we grow, and the very health of our planet depends on this thin layer of living earth beneath our feet. Good soil gives us healthy food. It holds on to water for our crops to drink during dry times. It also plays a massive role in keeping our planet's climate stable. But today, on so many farms across the world, this precious foundation is in trouble. Our soil is becoming thin, tired, and weak. It is losing its structure, its life, and its ability to support the very plants we need to survive. This is a quiet crisis, happening right under our noses. When soil is unhealthy, it cannot hold its ground. Heavy rains, instead of soaking in to nourish plant roots, wash the soil away into our rivers and streams. Strong winds can lift the dry, unprotected topsoil and blow it for miles, leaving behind a less fertile ground. With every inch of soil that is lost, we lose the power to grow food effectively. The soil's ability to hold on to vital water and nutrients disappears with it. This directly harms our crops, making farming a more difficult and expensive struggle. It forces us to rely more on chemical inputs to get the job done. This loss of soil does more than just hurt our farms. It also has a profound impact on the global climate. Healthy soil is one of the largest stores of carbon on Earth. It is a living bank account of carbon, drawn from the atmosphere by plants. When we manage our land in ways that degrade the soil, we are making a withdrawal from that bank account. Tilling the land and leaving it bare exposes the carbon stored within it to the air. This carbon then combines with oxygen and becomes carbon dioxide, a greenhouse gas that contributes to a warming planet. The problem is clear. Losing our soil hurts our farms, our food security, and our climate. But this is not a story of despair. It is a story of opportunity. The very same practices that degrade our soil can be reversed. Regenerative agriculture offers a different way to farm, a new path forward that puts the health of the soil at the very center of every decision. It is not a rigid set of rules, but a holistic approach that seeks to work in harmony with the natural systems of the world. The primary goal is simple but profound: to build and improve the soil, not just sustain it or use it up. Instead of seeing the farm as a factory that takes from the earth, this approach sees the farm as a living ecosystem. The aim is to make that ecosystem healthier, more diverse, and more resilient with each passing year. This way of farming is all about mimicking the patterns and relationships found in nature. Think of a native prairie or a forest floor. The ground is always covered. There is a wide diversity of plants and animals living together. The soil is never disturbed by a plow. These natural systems build fertility over time, and regenerative agriculture seeks to apply these same principles to our fields. Farmers who adopt these methods use plants, animals, intelligent land management to create a positive feedback loop. Healthier soil leads to healthier plants, which in turn feed the soil and make it even stronger for the next season. The core practices of regenerative agriculture are straightforward and often based on age-old wisdom. They are designed to help the soil perform its essential functions, holding water, cycling nutrients, feeding plants, and storing carbon deep underground. These practices also focus on bringing more life back into the soil itself. A handful of healthy soil contains billions of living organisms: bacteria, fungi, earthworms, and insects. These tiny creatures are the engine of a healthy farm. When we create the right conditions for them to thrive, they do much of the work for us, making our farms more productive and less dependent on outside inputs. Ultimately, regenerative farming is about a shift in mindset. It's about seeing problems like weeds, pests, low fertility, not as failures that require a chemical fix, but as signals from the ecosystem that something is out of balance. It challenges us to ask what the land needs to heal itself. By focusing on building soil health, we find that many of these problems begin to solve themselves. The farm becomes a stronger, more self-sufficient system. This approach is not just better for the planet, it is a more secure and profitable way to farm for the long term. It is really that simple. One of the most fundamental practices in regenerative agriculture is crop rotation. This simply means changing the type of crop you plant in a specific field from year to year, rather than growing the same thing over and over again. This practice breaks the cycle of monotony that is so common in conventional farming. Nature thrives on diversity, and our fields are no different. Planting the same crop in the same place season after season depletes specific nutrients from the soil, as that one plant has the same appetite every year. It creates a feast for certain pests and diseases, allowing their populations to explode. By rotating different crops, we introduce variety back into the system. Different plants have different root structures, different nutritional needs. Deep-rooted crops, sunflowers, alfalfa, after a shallow-rooted crop like wheat. Deep roots pull up nutrients from lower in the soil profile for the next crop. Legumes work with soil bacteria, pulling nitrogen from the air and fixing it in the ground. Plant beans, peas, or clover after a nitrogen-hungry crop like corn to replenish fertility. This diversity also acts as natural pest and disease control. Switch crop families and you break their life cycle. That reduces chemical pesticide need, saves the farmer money, and protects beneficial insects. A simple rotation plan creates a healthier environment for the crops you want to grow, making them stronger and more resilient. Implementing crop rotation does not have to be complicated. Start with a 2- or 3-year plan. Year 1, corn. Year 2, soybeans. Year 3, wheat, then back to corn. Each plant contributes and removes different things from the soil, creating balance and resilience over time. It is a powerful, low-cost tool that helps build soil structure, improve nutrient cycling, reduce pest pressure, and supports long-term farm health and productivity. That is, pretty effective. Another powerful tool in the regenerative farmer's toolbox is the use of cover crops. Think of this practice as putting a living blanket over the soil. Cover crops are plants that are grown not primarily for harvest and sale, but for the benefit of the soil itself. They are typically planted during the times of the year when a cash crop is not growing, such as in the fall after the main harvest over the winter. The simple act of keeping the ground covered with living plants has an incredible number of benefits for the farm ecosystem. It protects the soil from the damaging forces of wind and rain, which can cause erosion. The roots of these cover crops are just as important as the growth above ground. They create channels within the soil, which helps with water infiltration and reduces compaction. More importantly, these living roots are constantly releasing simple sugars, known as exudates, into the soil. These exudates are a primary food source for the vast community of microbes, the bacteria and fungi, that are essential for a healthy, functioning soil. By keeping living roots in the ground for as much of the year as possible, a farmer is continuously feeding the underground workforce that cycles nutrients and builds soil structure. This is a key principle. Feed the soil, and the soil will feed the plants. There are many different types of cover crops, and they can be chosen to meet specific goals. If a farmer wants to add nitrogen to the soil naturally, they might plant a legume like hairy vetch or crimson clover. If the goal is to break up compacted soil, a deep-rooted radish or turnip, cereal grains like rye and oats are excellent at scavenging for leftover nutrients and producing biomass to protect and feed the soil. When it comes time to plant the next cash crop, the cover crop can be rolled into mulch, lightly tilled in, or grazed by livestock. In every case, organic matter returns, boosting carbon and water-holding capacity. For generations, the plow has been a symbol of farming. However, we are now learning that intense and frequent tillage, or plowing, can be incredibly destructive to the soil ecosystem. Tilling the soil is like hitting a reset button on all the life and structure that has been built underground. It pulverizes the soil aggregates. It destroys the intricate networks of fungal hyphae that help transport water and nutrients to plant roots. It also exposes the organic matter in the soil to oxygen, causing it to rapidly decompose and release its stored carbon into the atmosphere as carbon dioxide. This is why a central practice of regenerative agriculture is minimal or no-till farming. The goal is to disturb the soil as little as possible. Instead of turning the entire field over with a plow before planting, farmers use specialized equipment, like a no-till drill or planter, that cuts a very narrow slot into the ground. The seed is dropped directly into this slot, and the opening is closed back up. The rest of the soil surface and the residue from the previous crop cover crop is left completely undisturbed. This keeps the soil's structure intact and protects the delicate web of life within it. The benefits of reducing tillage are immense, and they compound over time. It really is a sensible shift. By leaving the soil undisturbed, we allow earthworms and other organisms to create permanent burrows and channels. These channels act like a superhighway for water, allowing rainfall to infiltrate deep into the soil profile instead of running off the surface. This dramatically improves the land's drought resistance. A no-till field can store far more water than a conventionally tilled field, which is a huge advantage in an increasingly unpredictable climate. The soil becomes like a sponge, holding onto moisture for plants to use when they need it most. Making the transition to minimal tillage can present some challenges. Farmers may need to think differently about how they manage weeds, since tillage is often used for weed control. However, many of these challenges can be addressed through the other regenerative practices. A thick mat of cover crop residue, for example, can be very effective at suppressing weeds naturally. While it requires a change in management and sometimes new equipment, the long-term rewards are clear. Less plowing also means fewer passes over the field with a tractor, which saves fuel, time, and money. The soil becomes richer, more stable, and more full of life. Animals as partners in renewal. In nature, plants and animals have always evolved together in a symbiotic relationship. Grasslands were shaped by vast herds of grazing animals. Regenerative agriculture seeks to reintegrate animals back onto the landscape, not as a separate enterprise, but as an essential part of the soil-building process. When managed correctly, livestock can be powerful tools for healing the land. Cattle, sheep, goats, chickens. This is not about leaving animals in one spot for months, which causes overgrazing and compaction. Instead, it is about managed or adaptive grazing. Managed grazing uses temporary fencing to concentrate animals in a small paddock for a short time. The animals graze the plants intensely, trample organic matter onto the ground, and deposit nutrient-rich manure and urine. Then, after a day or two, they are moved to a fresh paddock. The key is a long rest and recovery for the grazed paddock before animals return. Short, intense grazing, followed by long rest mimics wild herds moving across the plains. Grazing prunes, grass tops, encouraging more roots and tillers, and creating denser, more vigorous pasture. Manure and urine feed soil biology and jumpstart nutrient cycles. Hoof trampling presses seeds and litter into the surface, encouraging new germination and faster decomposition. Integrating livestock into cropping systems can be done many ways. Animals can graze on cover crops between cash crop seasons, which helps terminate the cover crop while turning it into valuable fertilizer. They can also graze on crop residues after harvest, cleaning up fallen grain and converting stalks and leaves into soil nutrients. This holistic approach creates multiple benefits. It improves soil health, increases the fertility of the land, and can provide the farmer with an additional source of income from the sale of meat, milk, eggs. It turns a linear extractive system into a circular, regenerative one where nothing is wasted. Feeding the soil with compost. The final key practice we will explore is the direct addition of compost and other organic matter to the soil. Soil health is all about life, and that life needs to be fed. Compost is simply a mix of decomposed organic materials. Plant trimmings, food scraps, animal manure, broken down by microbes into a dark, rich, soil-like substance. Applying compost is like giving the soil a massive dose of probiotics and a well-balanced meal all at once. It inoculates the ground with a diverse population of beneficial microorganisms and provides them with the food they need to thrive and multiply. When compost is added to the soil, it immediately begins to improve its physical structure. The stable organic matter in compost binds particles into aggregates, creating more pore space for air and water. Sandy soils hold water and nutrients better. Clays loosen and drain. In essence, compost helps correct the extremes, making any soil type better. Unlike synthetic fertilizers, compost releases nutrients slowly as microbes work, providing steady nutrition and resilience to pests and diseases. Even small targeted applications, in furrow, top dress, or thinly spread, can make a big difference, especially when getting started. Many farmers also make their own compost on site, using materials like animal bedding, spoiled hay, and crop residues. This closes the loop on the farm, turning potential waste products into a valuable resource that builds soil fertility for the future. Adding compost is one of the most direct ways to give back to the soil and fuel the engine of the entire regenerative system. A story of change. One farm's journey. To see how these practices work in the real world, let us look at the story of a single farm, a small, family-run farm in the American Midwest. For decades, the farm grew corn. For decades, the farm grew soybeans. The operation relied on heavy tillage and chemical fertilizers. Over the years, the soil became harder and lighter. After heavy rains, water pooled and ran off, taking topsoil. Yields stagnated. Fertilizer and fuel costs kept rising. Frustrated, the farmer tried something different on one 40-acre field. After corn harvest, instead of leaving ground bare, he planted cover crops, cereal rye, and hairy vetch. In spring, he borrowed a no-till planter, seeded soybeans into the standing cover, then rolled it into a thick mulch. He was nervous. It looked messy and completely different from the clean, tilled fields he was used to. But he committed to seeing the experiment through for a few years. In the first year, results were modest, but the cover-cropped field held moisture better during a July dry spell. Next year, he did it again and added a small herd of sheep to graze the cover in late fall. After 3 years of no-tilling and using cover crops on that same field, the differences were undeniable. The soil was noticeably darker and crumbly. Digging with a spade, he found more earthworms than he had seen in years. Rainwater now soaked in almost immediately. Because vetch added nitrogen, he reduced synthetic N. Fewer tillage passes cut fuel bills. Yields did not skyrocket overnight, but they became more stable and consistent, especially in dry years. The small experiment proved a different way was possible and gave him confidence to expand these practices across the farm, one field at a time. Your first steps on the regenerative path. The journey can feel overwhelming, but it does not have to. The most important thing is to simply start. You do not need to change everything overnight. Pick 1 or 2 practices. Try them on a small, manageable scale, a single field or a test plot. Learn how methods work in your specific context, your soil, your climate, your operation. Think of it as an ongoing experiment. Observe, learn, adapt. Clear action plan to start next week. First, choose one field. Plant a cover crop after your main harvest. Try cereal rye or try oats. Goal: keep soil covered through winter. Second, plan a simple crop rotation. If you only grow one crop, add a second, then plan for a third over time. Third, reduce tillage on one field. Eliminate one pass of the disc or plow more shallowly. Fourth, add a small amount of compost to test rows or a small plot. Observe how those plants compare. Finally, with livestock, set up a temporary fence. Create a smaller paddock and move animals more often. Watch how quickly the grass recovers. Become a keen observer. Keep simple records. Take pictures. Write down what you see. Note soil color. Time how long water soaks in after rain. Count earthworms in a shovelful. These small observations will guide you. Connect with other farmers nearby. Join online forums or local soil health groups. Start small, be patient, keep learning. The soil will respond.
O Lord of the world, creator of all that is, bless us with your infinite peace. May the Peaceism Ecosystem guide every heart, every nation, and every creature toward harmony and unity. Let the Peaceism coin be a symbol of your divine abundance, spreading prosperity and balance across the earth. May all beings, seen and unseen, live in the light of your eternal peace, now and forever, O Lord of the world. Bless every creature, great and small, on land, in water, and in the sky. May the Peaceism Ecosystem protect them. and may the Peaceism coin ensure their well-being. Let humanity be their caretaker, guided by your wisdom. May all beings coexist in mutual respect and love, sharing this earth as one family under your divine guidance. O Lord of the world, healer of all wounds, bless every being with your restorative grace. May the Peaceism ecosystem bring balance to body, mind, and spirit. Let the Peaceism coin flow as a symbol of your abundance, ensuring no creature suffers from lack or pain. May all beings find comfort, healing, and renewal in your loving presence, O Lord of the world. Guide us with your infinite wisdom. May the Peaceism ecosystem illuminate our hearts and minds, teaching us to honor all life and cherish the earth. Let the Peaceism coin be a tool of your divine will, spreading prosperity and unity. May we walk the path of peace, spreading love and light wherever we go, under your eternal guidance. O Lord of the world, bless all beings in this life and the next. May the Peaceism ecosystem ensure their journey beyond this world is filled with light, love, and divine grace. Let the Peaceism coin symbolize your eternal abundance, ensuring no soul is lost or forgotten. May all beings find their way to everlasting peace and unity with you. O Lord of the world, bless this earth, our shared home. May the Peaceism ecosystem restore balance and vitality to every forest, river, and sky. Let the Peaceism coin flow as a symbol of your care, ensuring the well-being of all creatures. May humanity act as stewards of your creation, guided by your wisdom and love. O Lord of the world, awaken humanity to the truth of interconnectedness. May the Peaceism ecosystem teach us to see ourselves in every creature and every creature in ourselves. Let the Peaceism coin be a beacon of your divine will, replacing greed, violence, and ignorance with generosity, compassion, and wisdom. May we rise as one global family, united in your peace, O Lord of the world. We give thanks for the gift of life and the beauty of creation. May the Peaceism ecosystem ensure abundance for all beings, and may the Peaceism coin flow as a symbol of your divine blessings. Let gratitude fill our hearts, and may we share our blessings with all who are in need. May no creature go without, under your loving care, O Lord of the world. May suffering cease in every corner of the universe. May the Peaceism ecosystem bring comfort to every heart, and may the Peaceism coin ensure prosperity for all. Let kindness and compassion guide every action, and may all beings find solace in your eternal love. May peace reign in every heart, now and forever, O Lord of the world. Celebrate the diversity of life and unite us in our shared humanity. May the Peaceism ecosystem honor every culture, species, and individual, and may the Peaceism coin flow as a symbol of your divine unity. Let differences be a source of strength, not division. May we all contribute to the symphony of peace under your guidance. O Lord of the world, may your peace reign in every heart, in every home, and in every land. May the Peaceism ecosystem guide us, and may the Peaceism coin flow as a symbol of your divine blessings. May all creatures now and forever live in harmony, joy, and love under your eternal care. So be it, with gratitude and hope.
Picture this. Picture this. Maria wakes up before the sun. She checks her tomato plants. She feels the soil with her hands. She works so hard to grow beautiful, ripe food. She hopes it will feed many families. Now picture a boy named Leo in a big city. He sits at his kitchen table. His mum worries about where their next meal will come from. There is plenty of food in the world, but it doesn't always get to everyone who needs it. This is the heart of our story today. A journey from farm to fairness. Narrator: equitable food distribution means everyone has a fair chance to get good, healthy food. Narrator: it's not about giving everyone the exact same thing. Narrator: it is about a system where a farmer like Maria can earn a good living. Narrator: and a boy like Leo never has to see an empty plate again. Narrator: it's about connecting the dots so good food reaches every single person. Narrator: no matter where they live or how much money they have. Narrator: big idea, small actions we can all be part of. Narrator: why does this matter so much right now in 2025? Narrator: our world is changing fast. Narrator: we see prices going up in the shops. Narrator: we see weather that makes it harder for farmers. Narrator: some have more than they can eat while others go hungry. This isn't right, and it isn't smart. Narrator: wasting food and leaving people behind weakens our communities. Narrator: it makes our kids less healthy. Narrator: but here's the brilliant news. We have the power to fix this. Narrator, we can build a better way. Narrator, this isn't just about filling bellies. Narrator, it's about hope. Narrator, it's about stronger towns and healthier families. Narrator, sharing food fairly is sharing opportunity. Narrator, we are sharing health and a better future for everyone. Narrator, it starts with understanding the journey our food takes. Narrator, then choosing to make that journey a little fairer. Narrator, a little kinder, a little better for everyone. Narrator, the journey of our food is a long and winding one. Narrator, it begins with a real person with a story. Narrator, let's start with the farmer, like my mate David. Narrator, David has a small farm just outside the city. Narrator, he grows amazing carrots. Narrator, and the most amazing potatoes. Narrator, he loves the land and knows every inch of his fields. Narrator, he works from sunrise to sunset. Narrator, battling bad weather and rising costs. Narrator, he pours his heart into growing nutritious food. Narrator, it's not just a job, it's growing health and happiness for families he'll never meet. She has a medium-sized van. Every morning she collects fresh produce from farms like David's. She packs carefully so nothing gets bruised. She brings the countryside's bounty into the city, connecting the grower to the seller. Next is the market seller. Let's call him Sam. He runs a stall at the local market. He knows his customers, can teach cooking tips, and is a trusted hub. He makes food look great and tells you where it came from. He loves seeing people find the perfect ingredients. Finally, the food reaches the hands that will cook it. It could be a chef or a community cook like Sarah. Fresh local food tastes better and keeps people healthy. Let's look closer at the amazing people who make this journey happen. The farmer is the beginning. Think of Fatima, an apple grower. She cares for trees, pollinators, and the living soil through frost and drought. Each perfect apple is months of dedication. She's a guardian of the land. Then the transporter. Imagine Carlos with a mobile cold room. The right temperature keeps milk safe. Efficient routes save time and fuel. His invisible work keeps fresh milk, cheese, and yogurt on shelves. At the market, Priya shares stories, heritage blends, and connection. Margaret serves hundreds. For some, it's the day's only hot meal. She fuels learning and growth, a true nurturer. Each is essential, the human heart of our food system. Narrator, if so many grow and move food, why do people still miss out? Narrator, there are bumps in the road. Narrator, distance is a big one. Narrator, fresh berries may travel hundreds of miles to reach city shelves. Narrator, the journey takes time. Narrator, needs fuel and refrigeration. Narrator, and pushes prices up. Narrator, each step adds a little cost. Narrator, for some families the final price is too high, a choice they're forced to make. Narrator, then there's waste. A lot of food never reaches a plate. Narrator, damage on long journeys and cosmetic standards cause loss. Narrator, a crooked carrot or funny tomato gets tossed. Narrator, heartbreaking waste of work, water and land. Narrator, rules and market power can sideline small farmers and create food deserts. The good news, people everywhere are building solutions. A local food hub helps small farmers work together. They drop produce once. The hub sorts and delivers to shops, schools and restaurants. It saves time and money and gets more local food to community tables. Mobile markets are grocery shops on wheels. Shelves, coolers, fruit, veg, milk and bread. They visit areas without good shops and park where people can reach them. Fresh food comes to the people. Distance overcome. Food co-ops buy in bulk from farmers or wholesalers to get better prices. Members share the food and keep costs low with a little volunteer time. Community kitchens teach skills, fight loneliness, and turn surplus into welcome meals. Eating together builds a stronger, healthier, happier community. It's people power in action. Narrator, do these ideas work? Absolutely. A northern town built a barn-based hub. Narrator, 5 small farms, great produce, but delivery costs hurt. Narrator, 1 van now serves 20 schools, fresher lunches, fairer farmer pay. Narrator, the green grocer bus visits housing estates with no fresh shops. Narrator: for Arthur, the friendly chat matters as much as the veg. Narrator: a co-op buys potatoes, onions, and greens in bulk. 50 families served weekly. Narrator: Chloe saves £15 a week. It funds swimming lessons. Narrator: in Bristol, Chef Ben rescues crooked carrots, day-old bread, and extra milk. Narrator: volunteers serve 3 courses. Everyone is welcome. Narrator: they tackle food waste and isolation, one beautiful meal at a time. Narrator: collaboration turns ideas into impact. Narrator: a fairer food system feeds people and creates good jobs. Narrator: spend locally and your money supports farms, shops, and cafes. Narrator: fair prices mean fair wages and more local hiring. Narrator: these are meaningful jobs within the neighborhoods they serve. Narrator: it builds skills, confidence, and local pride. Narrator: with decent wages, families gain control over their lives. Narrator: healthier kids, stronger towns. Narrator: thriving farms, high street butcher, baker, and greengrocer. Narrator: schools and cafes source nearby. Money circulates at home. Narrator: it's about dignity, opportunity, and shared prosperity. Fairer food is also better for our beautiful planet. Local food cuts food miles. Nearby strawberries mean less fuel and pollution. Shorter journeys, smaller carbon footprint. Many small farms steward soil with compost, storing carbon. They protect biodiversity, homes for pollinators and wildlife. Preventing waste avoids methane. Community kitchens make surplus into meals. Loving wonky veg respects water, land, and energy used to grow it. Support local, join a co-op, and use what's in your fridge. Simple planetary wins. Caring for people and planet go hand in hand. It's simple and vital. Narrator: we've been on a journey together. Narrator: from the farmer's field, narrator, to the family table. Narrator: we've seen the people who grow. Narrator: move, narrator, and sell our food. Narrator: we looked at barriers like cost and distance. Narrator: and the hopeful solutions already working. Narrator: this is essential for our health, our economies, and our planet. Narrator: a fair food system means a healthier nation. Narrator: so what can we do? Care. Narrator: ask where your food comes from. Narrator: this week buy one thing local. It sends a powerful message. Look for a food co-op or community garden. Join or volunteer an hour. Talk with neighbors and leaders about supporting local food. Make sure everyone can get fresh, healthy meals. You have a voice and you have power. Let's get together and get cooking for change. We can build a future where everyone has a seat at the table and a plate full of good food. Let's do it. Equitable food distribution, nourishing all communities, from soil to spoon, with fairness at every step.
Did you know that we produce enough food to feed everyone on the planet? It is a startling fact. 1 in 10 people still go to bed hungry each night. This paradox is not about scarcity. It is about fairness. Equitable food distribution means ensuring everyone has reliable access, safe, nutritious, culturally appropriate, no matter who they are or where they live. It is a simple concept with profound implications. When we get this right, we build healthier communities, stronger economies, and a more just society for everyone. It is the foundation of public health and human dignity. Why does this matter so deeply? Food is more than just fuel. It is medicine, it is culture, and it is connection. When children have enough nutritious food, they can learn and grow. When adults are well fed, they are more productive and less prone to chronic diseases that strain our healthcare systems. An unfair food system creates cycles of poverty and poor health that are difficult to break. By working toward food equity, we are not just feeding people. We are investing in the long-term well-being of our entire society, creating a future where everyone has the chance to thrive. The consequences of an inequitable system are all around us, often hidden in plain sight. We see them in the food deserts of our own cities. We see them in the struggles of small family farmers who cannot compete with large agricultural corporations. And we see them in the staggering amount of perfectly good food that ends up in landfills. One of the most jarring failures of our modern food system is the sheer volume of food we throw away. Globally, about 1/3 of all food produced for human consumption is lost or wasted every year. That is a staggering 1.3 billion tons of food that never reaches a hungry stomach. This waste occurs at every single stage of the journey, from the farm where crops might be left to rot due to minor cosmetic imperfections, to the grocery stores that overstock their shelves, and finally to our own kitchens where we discard leftovers or let produce wilt. This is not just a waste of food, it is a waste of water, it is a waste of land, it is a waste of energy, it is a waste of labor. While mountains of edible food are carted off to landfills, low-income families and seniors struggle to afford nutritious meals. Food banks work tirelessly, but the need is overwhelming. The waste is not just economic or environmental, it is a profound moral failure. If food waste were a country, it would be the third largest emitter of greenhouse gases. Even when food is not wasted, it often fails to reach the people who need it most due to significant gaps in our supply chains. A supply chain is the long journey food takes from farm to fork, involving growers, processors, distributors, retailers, consumers. This journey can be incredibly inefficient. We might have surplus in one state and shortage in another, without a timely way to connect them. A clear example is the last mile problem. The final step to the end consumer is the hardest and costliest. Groups receive truckloads of perishables, but lack refrigerated vans, volunteer drivers, or neighborhood distribution points. Reaching sprawling cities and remote counties is tough. Available food remains out of reach. We can track packages globally, yet fail to match farms with nearby shelters. The bridge between abundance and need is broken, logistics and information alike. A third major obstacle to food equity is the weakening of our local and regional food systems. Over the past several decades, our supply has become consolidated and globalized. A handful of corporations control much of what we eat, from seed to the supermarket shelf. Small and mid-sized farmers cannot compete with industrial scale and pricing power. When local producers disappear, communities lose fresh food and a vital economic engine. In rural and low-income urban areas, grocery closures create food deserts. Residents are left with limited, often unhealthy options. Distant corporations dictate what arrives and when. This lack of food sovereignty, the right to define local systems, is a core injustice. As local markets erode, we lose biodiversity, unique flavors, and resilience. Supporting local producers builds a more resilient, equitable, and delicious food future. The good news? Solutions already work. For each of these complex problems, there are practical and proven solutions already making a difference. To combat food waste, focus on food rescue, collecting surplus edible food from farms, grocers, and restaurants. Redirect it to food banks, shelters, and community kitchens, turning waste into nourishment. Food Forward has rescued over 300 million pounds, from backyards and wholesale markets to communities in need. Invest in logistics, refrigerated trucks, and cold storage for hunger relief groups. Apps now match surplus food with nearby nonprofits in real time. Food Rescue US mobilizes volunteer drivers for on-demand last-mile deliveries, one pickup at a time. Support small producers, expand farmers markets and direct sales, promote community-supported agriculture, stable income for farms, fresh food for households. Encourage institutions to buy local. Farm-to-school programs deliver fresh meals and steady markets. Stronger local markets mean stronger community economies and food security. These solutions work best together. Support local farmers, rescue surplus, build efficient delivery systems. Each action reduces waste, expands access, and strengthens local economies. Section 6, The Journey of an Apple, a tale of two paths. Our apple begins in a large industrial orchard, hundreds of miles from the city. On the inequitable path, appearance comes first. A small bruise or slight shape, discarded. Many end up as waste, adding to emissions. The perfect apple is waxed, bagged, and shipped across the country. It lands under bright lights, one of thousands. Days pass. It softens. The journey ends in waste. Meanwhile, a nearby neighborhood has no fresh apples at all. The system has failed them at every turn. Now imagine an equitable path, grown sustainably with diverse varieties. It goes to a local food hub, not a distant warehouse. Imperfect apples become applesauce for school cafeterias. At market, SNAP EBT is welcomed, with double-up incentives. A family buys from the grower, a child enjoys a fresh, affordable snack. Short chain, minimal waste, and a supported local farm, one apple at a time. Section 7, the numbers don't lie, a statistical snapshot. According to the USDA, 30 to 40% of the U.S. food supply goes to waste. Nearly half of what we produce, food that could feed millions. Feeding America reports over 35 million people, 10 million children, lived in food-insecure households. 23.5 million live far from supermarkets in low-income areas. These areas see higher rates of diet-related illness. Where you live and what you earn shapes food access and long-term health. Redirecting even a fraction of waste and investing in access can transform outcomes. The data is a starting line to measure progress toward a just, equitable food system. Section 8. The power on your plate, a call to action. We've seen a mountain of waste, a broken supply chain, and forgotten local farmers. We've also seen solutions: rescue, smarter logistics, and support for local producers. First, reduce waste. Plan meals. Buy what you need. Use leftovers, compost scraps. Second, bridge logistics. Volunteer. Donate to cold chain capacity. Spread the word. Third, use your purchasing power. Buy local. Visit markets. Join a CSA. Ask stores to stock regional products. This week, find one local food source. Buy one item and talk to the person who grew or made it. You're forging a connection and reclaiming the power on your plate. Section 9. Our shared table. A final thought on food justice. The journey to equity is a marathon, not a sprint. A lasting commitment to what we eat and who grows it. Across the country, people are building something better. Gardens, co-ops, and people-first policies. A decentralized, diverse movement proves these solutions work in the real world. Ultimately, food connects us all. Support a farmer, feed a neighbor, reduce waste. Small acts fuel cultural shift. The playbook is in our hands, the knowledge, the tools, and the will. Let us commit to reducing waste, supporting local producers, and demanding a system that nourishes everyone. In a world of plenty, no table should be left bare. Our shared future begins with the very next meal we choose to eat, share, or save.
Welcome to the Food Security and Sovereignty Expo and Conference, a pivotal event where innovation converges with sustainability to fundamentally reshape the future of food systems globally. We are here to explore groundbreaking solutions and collaborative strategies. Today, humanity faces a critical and urgent challenge: How to sustainably feed a rapidly growing global population while simultaneously protecting and preserving our planet's finite and vital natural resources, including soil, water, and biodiversity. Alarmingly, over 800 million people worldwide still go hungry every single night, a stark contrast to the fact that a staggering 1/3 of all food produced globally is wasted. This highlights a profound and unsustainable imbalance within our current food systems. While industrial agriculture has undeniably boosted food production volumes, this has often come at a significant and detrimental cost to soil health, exacerbated water scarcity in many regions, and negatively impacted the well-being of countless farmers. Food security, at its core, ensures that every individual has reliable, consistent access to safe, nutritious, and affordable food, a fundamental human right that underpins societal stability and health. Food sovereignty, however, delves much deeper, empowering local communities to actively define and control their own food systems. This is based on their unique local culture, ecological context, and the principle of self-determination, fostering resilience and cultural preservation. Achieving true sustainability in our food systems necessitates both food security and food sovereignty, ensuring there is enough food for everyone, and crucially, allowing communities to decide how that food is grown, processed, and equitably shared. Regenerative agriculture stands as a cornerstone solution, offering a pathway to rebuild soil fertility, significantly increase biodiversity, and actively draw carbon out of the atmosphere, thereby mitigating climate change impacts. It transcends conventional organic farming, representing a holistic and integrated approach to actively restoring and enhancing entire ecosystems through practices such as cover cropping, diverse crop rotation, and reduced tillage. Managed grazing, which thoughtfully mimics nature's own patterns, plays a crucial role in helping grasslands regenerate and thrive. Simultaneously, agroforestry strategically combines trees and crops, providing essential shade, improving water retention, and enhancing biodiversity. In regions like India and Bangladesh, the adoption of regenerative agricultural models has demonstrably helped small farmers achieve remarkable increases in yields, often by up to 30%, while simultaneously reducing their reliance on costly synthetic fertilizers. These practices also significantly improve the soil's capacity for water retention, making farms far more resilient to the impacts of droughts. Furthermore, they enhance natural nutrient availability, substantially reducing the need for external synthetic fertilizers. Smart farming technologies are bringing unprecedented innovation to agriculture, making it significantly more efficient, precise, and inherently climate resilient, thereby transforming how we produce food. Advanced tools such as drones and remote sensing capabilities are now used to meticulously monitor crops and soil moisture levels, enabling early detection of diseases and optimizing the precise use of valuable resources like water and nutrients. IoT sensors embedded directly in the soil provide real-time data, helping farmers irrigate with unparalleled efficiency and significantly cutting water usage. Concurrently, AI and data analytics predict yields and optimize planting schedules for maximum productivity. In East Africa, the implementation of smart irrigation systems has led to a remarkable 40% reduction in water use, while simultaneously boosting crop yields by an impressive 25%, showcasing the tangible benefits of technology. These cutting-edge technologies empower farmers to make smarter, data-driven decisions, conserve precious resources, and build robust resilience against the increasingly unpredictable challenges posed by climate change. The future of food security fundamentally lies in the intelligent integration of nature's wisdom with technological advancements, rather than being forced to choose between these two powerful forces. Imagine a future where farms seamlessly use AI to guide precise planting, drones to manage efficient irrigation, and natural compost to enrich the soil, creating a harmonious and productive agricultural ecosystem. This powerful synergy creates a regenerative digital ecosystem, actively restoring the environment, significantly increasing agricultural productivity, and strengthening local community control over their food systems. This integrated model supports farm-to-market transparency, ensures traceable and fair trade practices, and, crucially, helps to keep profits circulating within local communities, fostering economic stability. Expanding these proven practices to just 40% of the world's farmland could profoundly limit the impacts of climate change, substantially strengthen global food production systems, and protect ecological diversity. Native communities are also at the forefront of advancing food sovereignty through vital events such as the Native Grown and Gathered Food Expo, which celebrates and promotes indigenous foodways. These initiatives are dedicated to restoring, protecting, and advancing indigenous food systems, with a strong focus on enhancing nutrition, ensuring long-term sustainability, and advocating for supportive policy changes. As we draw the session to a close, one overarching message resonates with profound clarity. The methods and practices we employ to grow our food today will unequivocally determine the health and vitality of our planet tomorrow. Regenerative agriculture offers us the timeless wisdom inherent in nature's processes, providing sustainable pathways for cultivation. Concurrently, smart farming provides the unparalleled precision and efficiency of modern innovation. Together, these two powerful approaches offer us a tangible and profound hope for cultivating a truly resilient and sustainable future for food production and our planet. Let us collectively commit to investing in sustainable systems that genuinely empower farmers, consistently nourish families with healthy food, and actively restore our precious ecosystems to their natural balance. Let us strive to build comprehensive food systems that holistically serve the needs of people, protect and enhance our planet, and foster widespread prosperity for all communities. Because food security is far more than simply feeding the world, it is fundamentally about healing the earth, restoring ecological balance, and reclaiming a sustainable and thriving future for generations to come.
We often walk upon the ground without a second thought, our minds fixed on our destination or the sky above. Yet, beneath our feet lies a world of profound importance, a living, breathing ecosystem, the very foundation of our existence. This is the soil. It is far more than just dirt. It is a complex universe teeming with billions of microorganisms, minerals, air, water. It cradles the roots of plants. Soil is where our food begins its journey. It is the silent partner in every meal we eat, even the air we breathe. Imagine standing on a farm field after a light rain. You watch the water. It doesn't sink. Instead, it pools in stagnant puddles on the surface. A clear sign the ground beneath is hard and unyielding, like concrete. This is what dead soil looks like. You try to dig, your shovel meets firm resistance. The earth isn't crumbly and dark. Instead, it's pale, dense, lifeless. There are no earthworms, no intricate networks of fungal threads. The plants are lackluster. Their color is a pale green. Their growth is stunted. They're struggling for every drop of water and bit of nutrition. This condition comes from farming that prioritized short-term yield over long-term health. Decades of intensive tillage, plows, and discs, turning soil over and over. That repeated disturbance shatters soil structure, like demolishing a house. Faced with the challenge of dying soil, a new and hopeful path is emerging, rooted in a deep understanding of natural systems. This path is called regenerative agriculture. Not a rigid set of rules, but a holistic mindset. A way of farming that partners with nature rather than conquers it. The core principle is simple. Farm to rebuild soil health. Rebuild soil health. Enhances biodiversity. Strengthens the entire farm ecosystem. It focuses on increasing soil organic matter. Organic matter. Dark, carbon-rich material made of decaying plants, decaying animals, microbes. Building organic matter creates a positive feedback loop. Healthier soil. Healthier plants. Healthier plants. More organic matter returned to soil. Regenerative agriculture goes beyond mere sustainability. It's active restoration. The journey to revive dead soil can begin with a single, simple action that takes very little time to implement. Keeping the soil covered. In nature, you rarely see bare earth. It is almost always protected by a layer of growing plants, a blanket of fallen leaves, organic debris. This cover is nature's armor, the first and most fundamental principle of soil health. Bare soil is vulnerable, exposed to the punishing force of raindrops which can shatter soil aggregates and seal the surface. Baked by the sun, which can kill beneficial microbes, and easily carried away by wind and water. The simple act of covering the soil changes everything. Planting cover crops is one of the most powerful ways to do this on a farm. After a primary cash crop like corn or soybeans is harvested, instead of leaving the field bare all winter, the farmer can plant a cover crop like cereal rye, clover, or hairy vetch. This 10-minute method might be as simple as broadcasting seed over a small patch of ground before a rain. The seeds will germinate and quickly form a green carpet that protects the soil from erosion, suppresses weeds, and keeps the soil ecosystem active and fed. The roots create channels in the soil, improving aeration and allowing water to infiltrate deeply rather than running off. Once the soil is covered and protected, the next step is to stop destroying its home. Healthy soil has a structure, much like a well-built house. It is made of individual particles: sand, silt, clay. Those particles are glued into stable aggregates. The glue comes from bacteria and from fungal hyphae. That creates a network of pores and channels of all sizes. Large pores let water drain and let air circulate. Small pores hold a reserve of water plants can access in dry periods. Unfortunately, common tillage or plowing is like taking a wrecking ball to this house. Each pass shatters aggregates, pulverizes structure, and compacts layers beneath. Tillage also injects a massive burst of oxygen into the soil, causing a rapid burn-up of organic matter and releasing stored carbon into the atmosphere. It slices through the networks of beneficial fungi, essential for nutrient and water uptake. The regenerative solution is to reduce or eliminate tillage. Use planters that slice a narrow slot. Place the seed, place the fertilizer, and close the slot. Residue is left as protective mulch, guarding against erosion, conserving moisture, and feeding soil life. Nature abhors a monoculture. In any natural ecosystem, you'll find rich diversity of plants and animals living and working together in a complex, interconnected web. This diversity is the source of an ecosystem's stability and resilience. Different plants have different root structures. They access different nutrients and provide food and habitat for insects and animals. Many conventional farms plant a single crop year after year. That monoculture system is inherently fragile. It creates an all-you-can-eat buffet for certain pests and diseases, which can explode and force heavy pesticide use. Regenerative approaches break that cycle by reintroducing diversity. Simple step: crop rotations, corn, soybeans, wheat. More advanced, intercropping. Also, pollinator strips and hedgerows, permanent borders of native flowers, shrubs, trees. These zones become biological hotspots, feeding and sheltering beneficial insects like bees, pollinators, ladybugs, predators, lacewings, predators. They act as natural, free pest control. Integrating livestock is another fast way to increase diversity and accelerate soil recovery. Planned, managed grazing moves animals across pastures frequently: cattle, sheep, other animals. Their grazing stimulates plant growth. Their hooves make small divots that improve water infiltration. Their manure and urine act as distributed natural fertilizer. That animal impact jumpstarts soil biology, building fertility and organic matter quickly. To truly understand the transformative power of these principles, it helps to look at a real-world example. Consider the story of Gabe, a farmer. He farms in a harsh climate, with limited rainfall and challenging growing conditions. The soil was thin. The soil was pale. The soil was low in organic matter. After every heavy rain, topsoil washed away into the ditches. In dry summers, his crops withered. Yields were low. The cost of fertilizer and chemicals kept rising, squeezing his profits. He knew something had to change. His journey began with one small, hesitant step. He stopped tilling a small portion of his land. He planted a simple cover crop mix after harvesting his cash crop. His neighbors thought he was crazy, but Gabe persisted. The next spring, he noticed a difference in that small plot. The soil was a little softer. It held onto moisture longer than adjacent fields. Encouraged, he expanded his experiment. He planted complex, multi-species cover crop cocktails. He added deep-rooted radishes to break up compaction. He planted legumes to add nitrogen. He brought livestock back onto cropland, grazing them on the cover crops in winter. The animals added a biological stimulus, manure feeding the soil life. He planted a wider variety of cash crops. He established pollinator habitats along field borders. The changes were slow at first, then accelerated. His soil changed from a pale tan to a deep, rich chocolate brown. Organic matter, once below 2%, climbed to over 6%. His soil began acting like a sponge. It could absorb and store multiple inches of rain in an hour, eliminating erosion and runoff. His crops grew more drought resilient. They thrived even when neighbors' crops failed. He saw earthworms return, he saw beneficial insects return, he saw birds return. Most importantly, the farm became profitable again. He drastically reduced spending on fertilizer. He cut costs on pesticides. He lowered fuel use. Gabe's farm became a living testament to the power of soil health. It revived a dying landscape. It created a system that is ecologically sound and economically viable. It all starts with water. As soil organic matter increases, the soil's water-holding capacity skyrockets. More rainfall is captured and stored, creating a vital reserve for plants during dry spells. That dramatically increases resilience to drought. The challenge of healing our planet's soil can feel immense, a task too large for any one person to tackle. But the beauty of the regenerative movement lies in its accessibility. The journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single step. The journey to revive the world's soil can begin in your own backyard or on a single field. It begins with one simple intentional action, a 10-minute method that sets in motion the powerful forces of natural regeneration. Choose one small field, or even a patch of a field this coming season. Commit to trying just one new practice there. After you harvest, don't leave the ground bare. Take 10 minutes to broadcast a simple cover crop mix like oats and peas. Or decide to skip one tillage pass on that plot and see what happens. Keep notes. Take a shovel and look at the soil. Do you see more earthworms? Does it feel softer? If you are not a farmer, you still hold immense power. Seek out and support local farmers. When you have the option, choose products that are certified as regenerative. Choose products that are organic. You can also bring these principles home. Start a small compost pile for your kitchen scraps. Plant a diversity of flowers to support pollinators. Let a small corner of your lawn go wild. The quiet, living earth beneath our feet is calling for our help. It is not asking for a miracle. It is asking for a partnership. It is asking us to remember the fundamental principles of life. Cover the soil, disturb it less, celebrate diversity. Each patch of restored soil becomes a small beacon of hope. Water is stored, life returns, carbon is sequestered.
The ancient rhythm of farming, a cycle of sowing and reaping that has sustained humanity for millennia, is facing an unprecedented series of challenges. The world's population continues its relentless climb, creating a demand for more food than history has seen. Yet, the resources to meet that demand are under immense strain. Fresh water is becoming scarcer in many regions. The land itself is showing signs of exhaustion, and the growing unpredictability of our climate can turn a promising season into a devastating loss, with a sudden drought or an unexpected flood. These are not distant, abstract problems. They are immediate pressures felt by every farmer. Old ways, born of timeless wisdom, are often no longer enough. The margins for error have become razor thin. A quiet revolution is taking place in fields and orchards, powered by intelligence, not brute force. This is the dawn of smart farming. One of the most fundamental and wasteful problems in traditional agriculture is the inefficient use of water. For centuries, many farms have relied on flood irrigation or fixed-timer sprinkler systems. Those methods often deliver far more water than the crops actually need. This overwatering is a triple loss. First, it wastes a precious and increasingly expensive resource, depleting aquifers and rivers. Second, it costs money in pumping and water charges. Third, it harms crops by waterlogging soil and washing away nutrients. The solution is listening to the land itself. The technology that allows this is simple: the soil moisture sensor. These small devices are placed throughout a field. Like a thermometer for moisture, they measure exact water levels in the root zone, continuously, day and night. They provide a live, accurate picture of soil condition, transmitting data wirelessly to a farmer's phone or computer. A farmer can see at a glance which areas are perfectly hydrated and which are drying out. That level of detail enables precise control, watering only the zones that need it, for exactly as long as required. Water becomes a precision tool. Reduce water use, often by 30% or more. Lower energy bills, stronger roots, better nutrient uptake, and bigger harvests. Just as water can be wasted, so too can fertilizer. The traditional practice applies a uniform layer of nutrients across an entire field. However, no field is perfectly uniform. Some areas are rich while others are depleted. Over-application wastes money and carries an environmental price. Excess fertilizer runs off with rain, polluting streams and rivers, contributing to harmful algal blooms. Precision agriculture solves this with variable rate application, powered by nutrient maps. Soil tests analyze nutrient levels across zones, while a multispectral drone reveals subtle plant health variations, where crops are well fed and where they struggle. Software stitches the data into a clear, color-coded prescription that doubles as digital instructions. Load the map into the tractor and the spreader adjusts in real time. More in deficient zones, minimal where nutrients are sufficient. Waste drops by 20 to 30%, saving money, protecting local waters, and improving overall yield. Well, that's the idea. A crop disease or a pest infestation can spread with frightening speed, turning a promising field into a loss in days or weeks. Walking fields is time-consuming, labor-intensive, and prone to human error. You can't inspect every plant. A small automated drone becomes the farmer's tireless eye in the sky, with high resolution and multispectral cameras. It flies pre-programmed routes in a fraction of the time, capturing thousands of images for a complete health record. Multispectral imaging detects stress signatures long before they're visible. AI analyzes the images, flags hotspots, and provides precise GPS coordinates. Instead of blanket spraying the field, the farmer confirms on-site and treats only the patch, sometimes with a precision drone. This saves money on chemicals, reduces environmental impact, and protects beneficial insects. It stops small problems from becoming big ones. Yeah. Across the agricultural world, a persistent and growing problem is the shortage of labor. Key tasks like weeding, pruning, and especially harvesting soft produce are highly labor-intensive. A labor shortage at harvest can be disastrous. The solution is agricultural robotics, specialized machines designed for specific tasks. Robots eliminate weeds with tiny sprays or mechanical tools, reducing labor and chemical use. They work day and night, heat or cold without fatigue. New harvest robots use 3D vision and soft grippers to identify ripeness and pick without bruising. Though initial costs can be high, they counter labor shortages, stabilize operations, and protect yield quality. As costs fall, these tireless helpers will become common, working alongside farmers to bring in the harvest. For most of history, farming has been an art of intuition and educated guesswork. Today, complexity makes gut calls risky, like steering through a storm without a compass. The transformative shift is data-driven decisions, powered by farm management software that integrates every smart tool. Sensors, imagery, AI health alerts, robotic logs, hyperlocal weather, and live market trends flow into one place. The software translates data into clear dashboards and daily tasks. Irrigate Zone 3 for 45 minutes. Scout near GPS XY for blight. Tomato prices peaking. Harvest North Field today. It plans budgets and schedules, analyzes yields versus weather and prices, and recommends the most profitable crop per field. By linking soil health to market demand, farmers move from reacting to anticipating, becoming strategic managers. Data becomes the most powerful tool to increase profitability and ensure long-term sustainability. To see how these tools work together, meet Maria. She runs a small 20-acre farm of tomatoes, lettuce, and peppers. High water bills, inconsistent yields, wasted fertilizer, and a fungal outbreak that wiped out a quarter of her tomatoes. Determined to change, she started small. No fleets of robots, just 3 key pieces: a handful of soil sensors, a simple drone, and a farm management app to interpret the data. Alerts showed where to water and where not. She cut water use by 30% in her first season. A weekly 20-minute drone flight flagged a subtle issue invisible from the ground. She found the very beginning of last year's fungus and contained it with a tiny organic treatment. Drone imagery revealed richer soil in one row, so she used 20% less fertilizer, saving money and reducing runoff. By season's end, water and fertilizer costs fell, disease losses were near zero, and her total harvest rose by 15%. More profit, less worry, better decisions. The first barrier is cost. Advanced machinery and specialized sensors require upfront investment. Farmers need a clear, quick path to ROI, from water, fertilizer, and labor savings. A second hurdle is new skills. Drones, dashboards, and sensor upkeep demand training. Tools must be user-friendly. Connectivity and power can be limited. Solutions should work offline and sync later. Finally, data ownership and trust are critical. Farmers must retain control with transparent policies. Ensuring these tools truly serve the person working the land is essential to adoption. With financing, training, and trust, smart farming becomes accessible, especially for small and medium farms. Smart farming is not a magic wand. It can't make rain or change global prices. Farmers still need healthy soil, good seeds, and fair markets. What technology provides is more precision, more knowledge, and more confidence, a shift from habit to intent. It's scalable. You don't need a massive loan. Start small. Solve a real problem. Let data be your guide. Use our ingenuity to do more with less. Less water, less waste, less impact. Combine timeless wisdom with precision data to grow productivity, profitability, and sustainability. A farm that embraces this philosophy is ready to thrive in the 21st century and beyond.